businesses. My sister's on that path now. She also blew up, and I helped her start her first restaurant now in Port Elizabeth. So when she came to me with the idea, I was like, to my sister, Jaylee, is super crazy. This will never work.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that South Africa hasn't even heard of before. How is it going to happen? She just told me, listen, it's going to happen. You're going to help me or you're not going to help me.
Damn.
So I said, okay, let me help you. I mean, I know business. I know from working with my parents and my own business. So yeah, I helped her also start a franchise for a year. So what it is Jack's Bagels. So
cool. Shout out Jack's Bagels.
Ever had a bagel?
Yes.
Yeah, in America, it's so huge in America. Mm-hmm. And now if you bring it to South Africa, it's like, as no one's even asked for a bagel in South Africa. No one even knows what it is. But when we started the business, yes, we had the new hype, and I was so worried about that. I'm like, yo, okay, it's super busy. Like there's lines out the door. How long is this actually gonna last for? A month, 2 months? Because people love new, they're gonna be attracted to it. But then something amazing happened. We actually went out of our way to make a product that actually benefited the people. So we created essentially a sandwich that was way more filling than a burger, way cheaper than a burger, way healthier than a burger, and you can choose your toppings, like anything you want on it. So I mean, we added variety, we added, like, price was there. I mean, you can put anything on a bagel. If you want a burger, you can put it. If you want chicken,
you guys found that exact gap in the market that you guys needed.
Yeah, it can be vegan, it can be vegetarian, it can be pure carnivorous. So
nice.
It's crazy. So actually, by taking the risk that she did, we actually discovered something very cool. And now they own their 5th shop almost.
Wow.
In about 3 years.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. So
I know Bongo and I are really trying to do something new now. I mean, we've both started brewing with this whole, and we started experimenting with this alcohol thing, and I don't know, I think it's it kind of just developed in a way that we can't deny that it's something that we should actually go into, you know what I mean? It's like, it's just every time it just pushes us into this direction, you know?
Yeah.
And I think now, I mean, Bongo and I have been business partners for a while now, and we've been working together for, I think, 2 and a bit years.
Yeah,
and I think only now Ultralord is really taking that next step as well. So it's been like, for Bongo, it's been a 7-year success.
Journey.
Yeah, it really has. It's been a long time that Bongo's been at this.
I mean, and it pays, and then it doesn't pay.
It does.
It pays.
He has days, and you know what the thing is as well, I think you know as well, like as an artist, if you, and even a producer, you put a lot of soul into it, you put a lot of yourself into it. So if it doesn't get that kind of recognition, like you say, you make a song, and the songs that you really pour your heart into gets like a few thousand views, and the ones that you just do like freaking 3 hours work on blows up, you know?
And it's all got to do with also, it's not got to do sometimes with the content. It's got to do with the algorithm that the internet kind of gives you.
It's true.
So these big companies and all those massive websites that are already established, that if they post something, it's already on the first page of Google.
Yeah.
And the first result.
Like, we do that a lot when we release songs.
Yeah.
Like, we try and keep our songs, especially like we did it with the Bad Boys, the new Bad Boys as well. Starkid, that same time, the same release came out with a song, and then whenever you typed in Bad Boys, Starkid's song came out like 4th in the row.
Okay, yes.
So that's what we used to do as well.
And that's got nothing to do with the song. Also, it's not how good the song is, it's just to get it there. Yeah, which is also crazy these days. I mean, the art is lost in this massive algorithm of things. So what are you actually producing for? Because my friend that I did every day with Arjan, we split up because we had 2 different views on life. I mean, I want to go more commercial, and I want to be a more commercial DJ and play out my songs on radio.
Or like what you're doing now with the Gold FM.
Yeah, exactly like that. And his goal, and he's not to say one is better than the other one, his goal is just to make pure art. I mean, he doesn't care if 0 people listen to it or 1 million people listen to it. And that's like the pure form of an artist, I would say.
That is true, yeah.
And that's why I get a lot of inspiration from. He starts from 0, he creates all his own sounds, he won't copy anybody. So when we did Every Day, all of the songs and the things were from his own.
From scratch.
From scratch. And that's why also maybe it didn't get a lot of traction when we were doing the everyday, but also at the end of the day, if I go back and I listen to those songs, they were awesome songs.
Let me ask you, why did you go into the Afrikaans side of it?
So
Lucy and I were actually
I've
chatting
been
about
wanting to do it for years, and I really didn't have. It's been a long time coming. I've been wanting to do it so long. I mean, I was like, if you had to start producing music now, like you do not know how. I mean, and there's a massive gap for Afrikaans club music that I saw, because every Afrikaans song is either Chill by the Fire or Sokkie.
Yeah.
I mean, only recently with Synth Peter and Befok and Lofi and Damas is it become a club thing. And I've been wanting to do that for years, because I don't like Sokkie personally. Yeah. I mean, it's beautiful and yeah, it belongs in the Afrikaans scene. But you know,
I saw your
I
new
can't
song
Sokkie
that you
the whole
dropped
time.
now, and it's pretty dope, dude.
Yeah, so this one I'm actually expecting to go kind of big. Already going hard on TikTok, it's been blowing up. People have been dancing to it and sharing it. And then also the artist that sang it themselves is supporting it. I mean, they followed me on Instagram, they're following me on TikTok.
Lovely.
And they're liking the stuff. So when the artist actually supports it,
it goes a long way.
We're actually helping each other.
Yeah.
I mean, I get no payment for what I've done. I mean, I'm helping the song grow. I'm not destroying it. I mean, there's 2 versions of the song now. And because of YouTube, they get all the royalties of my views. So, I mean, even on SoundCloud and all of that, I mean, I don't.
But still, you get clout for your social media. You get clout for your tizzle.
My benefit is people will book me for live gigs.
Yeah.
Because I've got the songs that they kind of want to dance to in the club.
And the people like Gold FM probably would look at you and say, look, this is someone that we can have on every Friday night, you know, this is someone that can keep the crowd interested, someone that can keep the crowd relevant and upbeat, bro.
Yeah,
I've watched your Facebook, it's hilarious watching you dance and carry on there in the studio.
I also like...
He's got a serious vibe to him, I love it.
Yeah, I'm super passionate about it, and you know, I don't care if people are laughing at me, I'm entertaining the people, and I mean, most of all, I'm enjoying myself, so... Even when there's no one listening, which has been millions of times, I'm still there and I'm still jolling hard. Because, I need, as I say, like, I need to keep up to date. So I'm always playing new music, I'm always making new remixes, I'm always releasing new music. I mean, people want to listen to the old music, but it's not going to get us anywhere.
Get you where you are,
I mean, and I have that struggle all the time. Do I go on and I play old music and make the people happy? Or do I go and play some new music? Because when I play only new music, people don't really like it. They just keep quiet. But when I play old music, they interact with me. They say, oh, I remember this song, brings back memories, or I love this song, or...
It's difficult. It's difficult to... But you know what? I think you've got to have that self-confidence in yourself and say, you know what, this is the direction that I want to take, and this is what I'm going to do, you know what I mean? And we mentioned self-awareness in the beginning, and that's where it all starts off for me as my... I had to find myself and say, you know what, this is the direction that I'm going to take. And this is the kind of line my world is going to be based around. And I knew I would never work for anyone. I knew I would never be able to, like... I worked for VW and I worked for ID South Africa, but, you know, it wasn't...
It's temporary, it's just to learn and...
I used to hate it because I made these people so much money. And, like, I used to sit down and I think to myself, you know what, I'm smart, I'm capable, I'm driven. I can do this for myself. You know, and at the end of the day, I want that risk of if something fails, it's me.
Yeah.
And if it does really well, it was my idea, and I'm gonna benefit from it and create a legacy out of that. You know.
You know, everyone in the whole world I find is fighting for that actually. Some people have just lost hope and they've failed, they've given up to the system.
True, coronavirus has killed us a little bit and our economy as well.
Yeah, so it makes it a bit harder to do that now. But you know...
No, it's the best time because it's the only thing that'll save our economy is young entrepreneurship.
That's true.
Because it's going to create jobs, it's going to create that whole next level. Because remember, we're moving into a whole different world now where automation... where we don't really need employees anymore.
No, especially on retail stores also.
100%. I mean, we're walking into
production lines. Yeah. So yeah.
It's kind of a scary thing, isn't it? Like we literally don't need people. We were saying like this whole coronavirus outbreak is actually it's more or less a step into the automation, where people have realized that we don't need to pay people salaries anymore. Like
But you know what's super interesting is like this has happened in history before.
It has.
I mean, when the Industrial Revolution started, millions of people lost their jobs to
100%
machines.
Yeah. Machines, yeah.
So we've known about this for how long? And you know, that's why we have to continue to innovate. So 10% of your salary, maybe even more, just
it should be
making
more.
yourself learn how to code. A lot of people are hyping that.
Well, I've been trading. On the side, I've been like doing the American markets. I've seen now out of my trading journey that it's less about trying to make money quickly and more about trying to be consistent.
Yes.
In the trading market, and like you said earlier on, buying property, pretty much just being able to diversify your portfolio. And there's a lot of platforms now that we can actually make money while we sleep, you know what I mean, if you invest correctly.
Yeah.
And it's a cool world that we live in. It really is.
But there's no money also like active money, like the money that you use to when you actually work hard. I mean, passive is a good thing, but the only way you're going to get to that state is if you find like a really good deal and it just grows and grows, but you still need the money to find that deal and you still need that foundation. So like it's all cool working for a boss and everything. I mean, it's not a bad thing at all, but it's what you're spending your money on and what you're doing.
Well, the question is, when you get the money, what do you do? Are you someone that's going to go and have a party, buy yourself a big car? Are you someone that's going to sit down and work your business? Are you someone that wants to see your business grow? Are you going to invest in your business? And this is what Temba said as well, and I keep on bringing him up because I admire the man so much. And he literally went from no money, he had no money, and he left his job that he was doing, and he pretty much went on this whole journey of starting Sebenza Engineering, and that's just waste disposal, cleaning up the Machapeng area and a few other areas. And I just thought to myself, you know what, this is, I don't know, it's something out of the norm, isn't it? It really is. It's something that like every person should try and
like. Who wants to quit their 9 to 5 with a nice 30,000 rand salary?
This is the thing, and
go to zero income.
But my mind is like,
and do waste recycling.
Who wouldn't want to try something like this at least one time in your life?
Yes, 100%. Jeez. You have to try it,
hey?
And you have to try it now when you're young.
100%.
Because even when you're 40 years old, you can still work from 40 to 60 and retire.
Yeah.
And be okay.
Yeah.
So now is the time to go full out.
Take risks.
Yeah, take risks, go full out. I mean, don't be irresponsible. Like you it's not a get rich quick thing. It's a get rich for sure. Not even rich. I mean, just have a happy life. That's what I don't care if I'm rich or not. I just want to help people and have a good life. You know?
Money needs to be a byproduct.
Yes, and that's what people don't realize also. At the end of the day, when you're cashing up your money, that money that you've got in your till or in your bank account, let's say you trade shares, make a profit, that money is not your money at all. It's not your money, it's the business's money.
100%.
And when that business makes enough money, yes, it can pay you. Otherwise, no, it's not. You don't deserve any of it. Especially when you're starting off. I mean, like, let's say I decide to make bracelets today. I make some bracelets, make 300 rand. That whole 300 rand is not my money. It's the business's money. You cannot draw a salary or go spend it on alcohol or go do anything. I mean, that's a small example. And for as long as you can do that, the stronger your business will be and the more you'll win at the end of the day.
Well, I mean, I said in the last interview, how much do you value yourself?
That's exactly one of the things I actually had, you know, when I had my notes and when I was preparing. How much actually do you... My thing of that is like, how much do you like yourself?
Yeah.
Because we all sitting here saying, you know, if I had to rate myself on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm like a 5 or 8 or 9. People aren't 10s.
I'm a fucking 10.
And that's what I like about you. So that's good. So that means there's nothing wrong with your self-confidence. You know where you're going. You know what you want. You'll get knocked down
But
again.
I failed.
Yeah, you'll get knocked down. But you know, it's not going to stop you.
Yeah.
I mean, people that think they're 5s, they're going to